nervous system has two modes, sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic equals fight or flight, or stress. Parasympathetic equals rest and digest, or peace. I think this will help you visualize it. See, we're designed to be in parasympathetic mode, or at peace all the time. We're not designed to live in sympathetic mode. But most people are living in a constant state of sympathetic on and don't even realize it. It's easy to understand why. Job, spouse, kids, finances, health issues, car troubles, retirement planning, college funds, a 24/7 news cycle. Anything that induces anxiety or worry pushes your body towards fight or flight. So what happens in the body when you're in sympathetic fight or flight mode? Well, 40% of your stomach acid pumps turn off. One bad result from this, you can't break proteins down into amino acids, which are the building blocks of your mood-stabilizing neurotransmitters, serotonin, melatonin, dopamine. So you're stressing out and reducing your body's ability to right itself at the same time. That's a bad combination. Your immune system is compromised. 50% of your white blood cell production is simply turned off. So if you do get an infection, you've got not much to fight it with. When you're in fight or flight mode, trying to run away from the tiger that's trying to kill you, your body doesn't really care about digesting your last meal or warding off infections. In that critical life or death 5-minute fight or flight from the tiger, it just shuts those systems down. So if you're always fighting tigers, they stay shut down. Your heart rate goes up, breathing rate goes up, blood pressure goes up, and your stress hormones, adrenaline and cortisol, production goes up as well. Now, that's bad because cortisol spikes block the thyroid from working right, which disrupts your normal sleep cycle hormones, disrupts normal metabolism, damages the brain, damages gut flora, and decreases oxygen delivery to your cells. Okay, so it's a problem for sure. So what's the treatment? Well, traditional Western medicine and psychology focus on coping skills. Get tough and deal with it. Look forward, not backward. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Try harder. Don't think about it. Put a lid on it. Think positive. Deep breathing exercises. Singing. Meditating. And, of course, medications. And plenty of other things. And these things can provide some relief, but they have to be constantly practiced or implemented. You need to be at peace, despite the circumstances swirling around you. Think of Jesus asleep in the back of the boat while the storm is raging and the disciples are freaking out. That kind of peace. And that kind of true peace is more of a spiritual matter. A PhD and cellular biologist from Stanford, Bruce Lipton, showed in his research and talks about in his book Biology of Belief, you can put Ms. Jones and Ms. Smith into the same stressful environment where the external stressors were exactly the same. Mrs. Jones would flip into fight or flight and stay there all day long. But Mrs. Smith would flip into fight or flight, and then in 10 minutes flip back into rest and digest, or peace mode. He concluded that it's less about the stressors in our lives and more about how we interpret them. And interpretation is influenced by the beliefs that we have, true and false beliefs that we have about ourselves. So ultimately, our ability to be at peace, even when we get that letter in the mail from the IRS, depends on deep-rooted beliefs that we have about ourselves. We don't need new coping mechanisms, and we don't need more Prozac. We need real peace. Our health and the quality of our lives depends on it.